pull it out. Okay, start it like that.
Dang, that looks really good.
See, that's one way. These are a bunch of brushes, graining tools, rollers, all kinds of brushes that I've gathered over my years of being in this business and teaching. And if anyone is going to get serious about decorative art, imitating woods and so on, all of these products, all of these brushes and tools are going to need to be somewhere in your repertoire. They anesthetize.
Badger hair.
Badger.
Wow. And how much did you say they were?
These are about 75 a piece. That's
Boy.
about 150 a piece. Yeah.
But it's like investing in the other tool. You gotta get the stuff if you want to make money. This is the sample we're going to try to emulate.
We're not going to do it exactly the same color. I've already pre-mixed some colors. They're not quite as dark as this. I want to give everyone who's watching an idea of the type of grain that you're going to be up against if you're ever having to do an imitation grain. Dark oak is what you see there, and this is light oak,
Okay.
which is what we're going to work on today.
All right.
Wood grain, there are a few rules that you really have to look at. Number one, if you're trying to match a color, for instance, we'll go back to this. You want to find the lightest color in this sample, in this piece, the lightest background. Then you want to go just a tad lighter. You can do this on using color charts, or you can get a color, add a little white and a little darker color to it to get about where you want to be. And this is why, because we're going to do several applications, several layers, one on top of the other, so that you'll be able to see all the way through every example that we do. So here we're going to start off with a sample board that has been painted, just a light beige. Take a 220 sandpaper, gently, just to knock any grit that's on there. Okay, this is Benjamin Moore glazing, acrylic glazing liquid. I'm not a big fan of that particular product, and the reason I say that is it doesn't have open time, a lot of open time. In this business, we call the time that you put the glaze on till the time it tacks up where you can't do anything with it, that's open time. And this product, you have to add other ingredients to it in order to give it more open time, and that's why I don't like it that much. But okay, I'm going to start off by putting a background color. And I'm going to manipulate it to just do a very slight strié, just a brush mark. And I've got to put enough on this in order to get my whole piece covered. Because as I said, your dry time is important. And you see what I'm doing? I'm just doing long striés and taking a little bit off the brush, and I'm going over it. You will go over it several times back and forth just to get most of the glaze off. See you can see it's coming off.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep your lines fairly straight up and down. Wipe your brush off every once in a while, because we're taking it off right now. We're not putting it back on. And you will have some areas that are light, some areas that are darker. Don't worry about it, because it's wood. And wood has a lot of different aspects, and being consistent is not one of them. Okay, that's about what we're looking for. If you wanted to go a little lighter, you could do that. If you wanted to go a little darker, you could do that. Okay? Now, we'll have the dried sample. And what I'm going to do first is put a piece of tape on it so that I just want to do about half of this.
Yes, it does.
So if it's not, it's your fault.
Okay.
So we're going now to a darker glaze.
Catching some behind the scenes chemistry. So he is thickening up. I don't even know if it's called paint. I don't guess it would it be called paint?
Well, it's a glaze.
Glaze.
Yeah. I just added a little more of the glazing liquid to it, and then
A little shot to see the consistency that he mixed up.
darkened it, or thickened it up a little, and then darkened it.
And this
So
is
that's-
the color.
I'm going to take a couple of these different ways to manipulate the glaze to make it look like a plain sliced oak finish. And on this one, I'm putting enough on because what we're going to be doing here is gathering. Okay. Now I'm going to take this one here. See the pattern?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm going to start from the top and rock it forward as I pull back. Pull it out. Okay, start it like that.
Dang, that looks really good.
See, that's one way.
So that would probably be harder to do than it looks.
Well, I took the bullseye
Uh-huh.
and held it at the top,
Right.
and as I came backwards, I'm coming toward me and I'm moving it down.
To kind of
down.
slide the
And then
paint.
You can move it back up. I'll show you another. Let's got a little more time. This one is is also doing the same thing to the bullseye,
Mm-hmm.
and rotate it. Start from the bullseye. Okay, and you can see that this thing has a seam.
Right.
Okay, you don't want to get the seam into this.
Got it. So you finish your run before the seam. That looks good.
Okay, so this is what you see in the center of a wood.
Mm-hmm.
Call this the flame. We can do it that way. We can do it the way that we saw the samples, just one direction. Now you see all these different ways of manipulating this. If you come back this way and then rotate it back the other way while you're pulling, you're going to get two areas. If you do it one direction, it's going to give you nothing but just a flame. So we want to work on the side grain. And now you see this tool here. You see it's large to small on one side, and it's smaller to smaller on the other side. And you need to kind of match it up. You can do it both ways. You can do it on this side, the bevel side, or the flat side. And just sort of line it up and just pull straight back like so. That cleans those lines up. Do the same on the other side. Just overlap about one or two of these grains and just pull back. And there you have it. Now, next thing you're going to do is take this blending brush and you want to blend this area back into that circle. Okay. That's where you will see on a, and all of this, don't worry about this. You will see that in the grain. On this side, you're going back this way.
You're creating the flame.
Yes.
Sort of.
And you're just moving some of this glaze around.
And that's a blending brush with badger hair.
Yeah, badger. It's the best. It's like a magic wand in anything, in wood graining, in marbleizing. Sometimes it softens your effect. If you're ragging or sponging and you wanted a softened effect, you would use something of this nature just to soften the hard edges of your work. Now, next item on this list, and this is probably the most crucial, because you can really mess up your work if you're not careful with this little brush. You see the different types of patterns you have in this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the smallest, and we wanted to use the smallest pattern. And we don't want to go up and down. We want to go diagonal, just barely. You want to go into the grain on each side. On the right side, you want to go from right to left. From the other side, left to right. Okay, and all we're going to do is break up the grain. In oak, you will see that the grain is not solid like this. It's broken up. And this is the way we do it. Always have a rag or something to dip in. You don't want to redeposit this glaze you're taking off. You take it off, wipe it, and then go back and do it again. And this is the pattern. That's a little too drastic, but you get the idea. What's happening here is you're breaking the grain. I don't do a whole lot of the breakup in the center part of this. I just don't like the way it looks. In nature, looks really good. I can't quite get away with it as good as Mother Nature can. Now there's so many different kinds of wood grains, and most all of them can be duplicated, can be copied, and doing a good job. Crotch mahogany, African ribbon mahogany, very easy to do.
You mind if I give it a shot?
Sure, absolutely not.
See if
That's the
I've never done it.
that's the great part about this is starting off at the top. I put my fingers right here to hold them, and it's use my other two fingers to drink it. But you can start it this way and just very pull it, and then just rock it one
Okay.
way.
And so the end of the rocking motion
You should be
at this end.
Yeah.
All right, got it. So like right here.
Mhm. And just press down. See?
I think I scraped a little too much off, but
Well, it's what this does. It gives you a way to practice, because
yeah, it's
there are
fun.
some-
So I almost got the pressure down, I think, that time.
There you go.
Yeah, you can. If you go too hard, you certainly scrape it all
Yeah.
off.
Mhm.
So let me.
And it's just it's going to be a matter of touch. Practice is a wonderful thing when you're doing wood grain. It gives you, and it's, especially by putting that first application, you have a background grain look to your work. Makes it look more authentic. There you go. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
If you really want to get serious, we'll probably be putting up some dates of possible classes that we will be offering in the art of wood graining, marbleizing, gold leafing, things of that nature, wall glazes and such. and we'll put those on at a later date.
Awesome.
And we appreciate your time. Hope you enjoyed this quick little lesson, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Mr. Carl.